Hello and good morning, Suzi. How are you doing today?
Good morning. I'm great. Happy to be here. Thank you.
I'm very excited to talk with you. And the reason why is because so many times TikTok has come across to me as being the little engine that could. I think I can. I think I can. I think it can. And you guys consistently prove to us that you love us, that you really want to take care of not only just your viewers, but their families and educate us on how to use a better TikTok.
That's right. I mean, TikTok is a joyful and entertaining place for half of America. So you got it right. Like, we're deeply committed to the people who find community, who love our platform, and we listen. So when parents and teens tell us that they have ideas on how to improve that relationship and support parents, we listen. And that's what we did here.
I speak with more authors as well as rock stars and other actors who use TikTok as a tool. It's such a valuable tool. And that's where viewers go. They go to these little TikTok videos and that becomes a part of their culture.
That's right. It's a place for discovery and engagement. TikTok is a place where you find a book, that you've never thought of reading, and you don't have to walk into a bookstore. Somebody that you know or someone who does an amazing review opens up a whole new world to you. So TikTok is about discovering and connecting and really finding joy and creativity in your life.
I come from the generation where they always said, don't let your kids spend too much time in front of the TV. Well, okay, now we've got TikTok. What is the best time to be in front of TikTok?
So, I think that depends. The great thing about TikTok is it's very customizable. We are a community. So we have what we call community guidelines. And so that means that there's certain behavior that we expect. And we want our users, whether they're teens or adults, to know the rules. And then what we say is use the tools. So, for example, if you're under 18, you are automatically put into a default setting that you have a 60-minute time limit. But I often tell adults, depending on your day and what you're up to, you can use a tool too and set a time limit. You can say whether or not you'd like someone to be able to comment on your video. You can turn your account to private. So what we really value at TikTok is giving our users and our community the choice to set up the TikTok experience that's right for them.
And you're making it very interactive. I mean, I dig the idea of this thing called quizzes.
Right. So it's all about, safety information. I come from a background in public safety. So I spent 15 years in public safety as a prosecutor and a special assistant attorney general before I came to TikTok. And so what I realized is when you're talking about safety, you've got to find ways to make it relevant to people. We found that teens told us we want the safety information more involve us more, make it more interactive. So Quizzes helps us do that. It takes something that's, maybe regular information, but it gives it that TikTok bump and makes it a little bit more interesting. Now, fascinatingly, parents told us something a little different. They said, give us the safety information, simple and straightforward. So we've done that with our Guardian's Guide and really taken our safety tools and approach and made it accessible to each audience, depending on what they told us they needed.
You're going to think I'm a freak. My discipline is I get 15 minutes of TikTok, and it has to be at a certain time of the day, and otherwise I'll never get anything done. But not everybody works like that. They've got to be able to have that boundary line. Otherwise, they're going to be sitting there for hours.
That's right. I mean, I think it really depends on the kind of person you are. My kids, my teens are on TikTok. And I usually joke that if I send my teenager, my 17-year-old a TikTok, she'll say, well, Mom, I'd like to look at that, but my time limit is such that I really have to be very intentional about how I spend time on TikTok. So if you want to give me more time on TikTok, I can look at the videos you send me. So, I think everybody is different. But that's the whole idea of TikTok is we want the half of America who loves it to continue to be able to use it and customize it for what works for them.
One of the greatest things about TikTok is I love the fact that CNN and other national newsmakers are sitting there and they're using these videos to help, heighten their response to news and things. I love how they hook up and they pass things forward.
Well, TikTok is fueled by the creativity of our amazing creators. And so I think what we've unlocked are, again, people might not realize this, but the average age of our TikTok user is over 30. So we have parents, we have teachers, we have a STEM feed, science, technology, engineering, math, that anybody under 18 is automatically, put into by default setting. But that's where teachers are explaining things that we probably, you know, how to solve for a linear equation. You cannot believe the amount of interesting, fascinating content that Americans and people all over the world are putting on TikTok. And yes, then it's getting used and passed around in places that are not always expected.
How important is the idea that we can block? I mean, I block people on Facebook all the time and even Twitter, but to do it on TikTok, it's like, wow, this is a great tool.
We have a number of tools. Again, we talk about, we have a community. So we have community guidelines, which are our rules. And then we have a number of safety features that allow you to customize your experience. And just as you said, everything from when it's teens, what's involving teens, we have specific default settings. We've really designed the product with safety in mind. And so we've looked at certain features. For example, if you're 13 to 15, your account is private by default.
Yeah.
By default, only your friends can comment on your videos. So we've really taken a holistic look at, you know, building safety into the design of TikTok for our teens. And we've also recognized that, we've taken some lessons from people being online for some time and have given people the tools that they've asked for, whether it's, keyword filtering, maybe depending on what's happening in your life, there's a certain subject matter that you don't want to see on your For You feed. You can, set that filter for yourself. You can, if you get a video, say, you know what, I'm not interested in that. We're heading into an election in, I think it's 60 days from today. And so, TikTok users might be getting more content from, someone running for office who's joined the platform. If they're not interested in that, they can just click the not interested button and really customize their experience. And I think that's part of harnessing the magic of TikTok, is getting the experience that is exactly right for you.
I'm still convinced that the next great directors and producers in Hollywood are all going to come from the TikTok generation. Do you have tools that will help teach young adults how to better their videos, to make it more, storytelling like?
Well, I think what's really incredible is the power of young people using this platform to do just that, to create. I think one of the powerful things about TikTok is that we make creating very easy through the app and through the features that are available. So through the filters, through the templates, there are so many ways to get people into the game of creating and making it really simple and straightforward. And really what this generation is showing us is the sky is the limit in terms of when you bring that creativity to this platform, what you can build. Now,
when you talk about these new things that you're putting in order to protect families and individuals, I mean, I'm so used to using TikTok on my smartphone. That's it. I don't go to a computer for TikTok. So is it easy to find these things?
Yes, it's a great point. All of our safety features are available in the app. So when you go to your account, you can specifically change your settings. And moreover, this campaign is really about helping you understand how to do that. Yeah. So at our, TikTok Safety Center, part of the Guardian's Guide is really about explaining the features and simplifying and providing straightforward guidance on how you can use them. So you can go to TikTok.com. You can also go right into the app and look at your settings, change the settings, see what's available to you. We're doing everything we can to make it really accessible and easily available to our users.
You care about us. I love where your heart is. Please come back to this show anytime in the future, Suzi. The door is always going to be open for you.
Thank you. I'd be delighted to return. Thanks so much. And enjoy your time on TikTok.
Absolutely. You be brilliant today.
I will. Thank you.